People need to stop and listen to what Venezuelans are saying. They just want freedom. Listen to this.
We don't care about the oil, that if Trump is gonna get it, we don't care about that. We don't care because Russia and Cuba has been taking it. Anyway, all we care is that we have hope again. More people are not gonna die. The students has hope again, and that's what we care. My grandmother, she passed away last year because she didn't have enough medicine to survive. We didn't have food enough. You can go to Venezuela and then you can spend like 10 days there and see how it feels to, you have to eat food from the trash, you have no gas. You have to wait 2 weeks to get a half tank of the gas. You have no meat, you have no chicken, you have nothing to eat, nothing. Just have empathy and be happy for Venezuela and all the people that you know from Venezuela, because now we have hope again.
Yeah.
And we're so happy that this is happening little by little. Obviously, we know that it's not gonna happen right away, but now it's one step.
Honestly, I didn't even think about this. Like, I don't even know what this means for Venezuela. Like, I'm so scared they're gonna come and just steal our oil and just make it worse than what it's already been for the past 27 years. Shut the up. You guys sound so ignorant. Oh, you guys that claim to be worried about the oil, stop the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Stop it right now. Nobody gives a about the oil. You guys didn't give a about the oil that's been given stolen, not for Venezuela or the people, but for Cuba, for Russia, for China, for Iran. Maduro left his own people in poverty and exile for years.
Bruh.
It's safe to say that Venezuelans would have traded the oil for the freedom that we received from the liberation that took place today years ago. As if the oil was doing anything for the Venezuelan people in the first place. People of Venezuela are grateful for what Trump did.
Amen.
And if the price was oil, then we would have paid it a long time ago.
So you probably saw some Democrats, including the new mayor of New York, Zoran Mamdani, literally declare that what Trump did on Saturday morning was illegal. What do you think of that?
Again, if people don't live through it, they won't know how desperate us Venezuelans are for a change. I know they're talking about Trump only wanting the oil, but everybody's there for the oil. Russia, Iran, everybody is there for the oil already. China. So if Trump needs the oil to give us freedom, then that's a price we're willing to pay just so that we have our freedom and make a change. In 26 years, nobody has done anything for our country except for Trump. So if that's a price that he's the only one that has made an action on it, and he's the only one that has delivered his promise. So if that's the price we need to pay for it, then that's okay. Venezuela has a lot of other resources. It's not just oil. We have minerals. We have so many other things that once our country is better, then we, as Maria Corina always say, we will be an amazing country. We just need that change and somebody to help us for it.
Amen.
Hi there. Are you an American or other first worlder with democracy privilege who's all of a sudden very, very concerned about the United States taking the oil of Venezuela? Well, let me tell you something. Fear not, because Iran and Cuba have been receiving free Venezuelan oil for decades in exchange of protecting the dictator that has been exiling, killing us, and disappearing us for 26 years. So please, you should be more concerned about the dictator that is killing us, exiling us, and disappearing us than the United States taking our oil. We are not concerned about that. So why are you concerned about that? Be concerned about the imperial powers of Iran and Russia who are already in Venezuela. Thank you.
All of the liberals in the United States right now are like, oh my God, they're going to take your oil. They're going to take your oil. What do you guys think that Russia and China have been doing for the past 27 years? What do you guys think that the country has been going through for the past 27 years? How can you have an opinion about a country that you've never even been to and that you didn't even know existed until this happened? 95% of Venezuelans are celebrating, and you're going to come at me right now and you're going to say that we're going to take your oil. Oh, we feel so bad. Oh, get out of here with that. Get out of here with that, because you're so misinformed that it's actually insane. And the amount of comments and the amount of bull being fed on the internet is actually insane. The people in Venezuela are starving. They were out of resources. Our country has been in for the past 27 years, and you guys are gonna come out now just because you hate the orange man. This has nothing to do with the people of Venezuela or with you. This is just because you hate the orange man, and so you're gonna have an opinion all of a sudden about Venezuela. Get out of here!
Yeah.
We don't want your opinion. We want Trump in Venezuela. We want the Americans in Venezuela. Bye.
These people from Venezuela, many of them have told me if this really works, we will go back to our country. We want to really rebuild our country and our nation after 26 years. We're all waiting for this moment. We were praying for this moment that something will happen in their countries sooner or later, because we have seen their struggles. They left their family, their dreams were shattered.
Venezuela, I'm Venezuelan. People are criticizing Trump for what he did in Venezuela. They say he bombed and kidnapped our president. No. Let me be clear. That man was never our president. He's a dictator. We didn't vote for him. Our elections were stolen. And when we protested, our kids were sent to prison. Minors were girls were forced to themselves in prisons just to get food, to get a piece of bread. And where were all of you then? Where were all of you, liberals? Where were all of you? Where were all of you? You said nothing. You did nothing. But now you suddenly care about international law? I mean, now you all talk about human rights? Maduro didn't lead Venezuela. He kidnapped an entire country. So, no, Trump didn't kidnap anyone. No, he did not. He removed our kidnapper. And for that, we're thankful. You can divide politics all you want, but don't tell Venezuelans, do not tell Venezuelans how to feel about being free from a dictatorship.
Oil. The president says the U.S. is taking over the oil. The question is, I guess, if the purpose of the operation was to capture Maduro and bring him to justice, why does the United States need to take over the Venezuelan oil industry?
Well, we don't need to. First, let me go back up. We don't need Venezuela's oil. We have plenty of oil in the United States. What we're not going to allow is for the oil industry in Venezuela to be controlled by adversaries of the United States. You have to understand, why does China need their oil? Why does Russia need their oil? Why does Iran need their oil? They're not even in this continent. This is the Western Hemisphere. This is where we live. And we're not going to allow the Western Hemisphere to be a base of operation for adversaries, competitors, and rivals of the United States.
Have specific oil companies?
We also want to see that oil and the proceeds from it. Hold on. We want to see the oil proceeds of that country benefit the people of Venezuela. Why have 8 million people left Venezuela? 8 million, the single largest mass migration probably in modern history, left Venezuela since 2014 because all the wealth of that country was stolen to the benefit of Maduro and his cronies in the regime, but not to the benefit of people of Venezuela. You know how destabilizing 8 million migrants is? The number one fear that Brazil has, that Colombia has, that all these countries in the region have about what's happening in Venezuela and our involvement is they're afraid of another mass migration event. That's what they fear. This is deeply destabilizing stuff. It's not going to continue to happen. They are not going to come from outside of our hemisphere, destabilize our region in our own backyard, and us have to pay the price for it. Not under President Trump.
I mean, bro, there's nothing else to say. That's just common sense. And I'm going to leave you with this right here. This is Karine Jean-Pierre. This is the Biden administration. God bless you and your family. Catch you on the next one.
So I'll quickly turn to Venezuela, where Maduro once again demonstrated his complete disregard for democratic norms and proceeded with his illegitimate inauguration. As President Biden emphasized during his meeting with President-elect Edmundo Gonzalez Urrutia on Monday, January 6, we believe that it is essential that the will of the Venezuelan people is respected. In coordination with our partners, we've given Maduro and his representatives every opportunity to restore democracy, but they haven't. So today we are building on all of our previous actions and taking further major actions. We announced new sanctions on key Maduro-aligned officials as a part of our efforts to hold them accountable, and we imposed more visa restrictions totaling nearly 2,000 individuals. We also increased the reward amount to $25 million for Nicolas Maduro and his so-called Minister of Interior as part of the Department of State's Narcotics Rewards program, only the second and third to have the largest amount allowed. It is important to note that we are taking these actions alongside similar actions taken by Canada, the European Union, the United Kingdom to demonstrate a message of solidarity with the Venezuelan people and further elevate international efforts to maintain pressure on Maduro and his representatives. Today, Maduro finds himself more alone than ever, with few friends in the region and in the world and around the world.